Hey everyone, welcome to I Truly Love It. My name is Susan, and today I just want to do a little part 3 catch up on how my Junk Journal Madness journal is going. The theme, once again, is Disney, fairy tale, princess, unicorn, any combination of those four. And my guest collaborator is Jovi from Creating with Jovi. And last time I showed you some papers, and I thought I would just catch you up with where I'm at so far. So I did add. This is like sticky ribbon. I don't know if that's what you want to call it. This is from Dollar Tree, spring 2024, I believe. Um, and it's glittery, but it doesn't come off. And then this is it's kind of light pink with little pearls in there. And so I did put some glue to help that because you never know how sticky stuff is. And I glued that down. And for that, I used Aleene's clear tacky gel. And I did on the back put some scrapbook paper because I figured at the front had some stuff. I should add some stuff to the back. All right, and then we'll dive in. So that's the inside cover. Now, some of these pages may get rearranged as far as the like scrapbook papers and stuff, but the story will stay as it is. So this is a two-sided scrapbook paper. I had this little piece of trim sitting on my desk, so I glued that with some Aleene's as well. And right now it's kind of just alternating paper and then story page, but we'll get some more added. So if you remember this paper, I cut it off after those 3 rows, and there was 2 more rows of letters. And actually, yeah, there was 2 more rows of letters. And then that row that was left, I cut that in half and made little corner tucks here. And then you'll see the other half of the 12 by 12. So it's almost like 12 by 6, but not quite because there's a letter in the center. So I adjusted. And then I made this little, okay, so I took it's an angled pocket or multi-angled pocket. I took a 2-sided scrapbook paper. And so this is the back of this stripy one. And so then I took different scrapbook strips that I had left, and most of these, I think all these are from the same pack, and they're 2-sided. And I just cut what I wanted, cut them in half, and so some of them got flipped over. So like those 2 go together, and these 2 go together, and this is the back of this one. So I've got to make some stuff and put some stuff in there. So we'll get to that point though. All right, and if you remember, this is the little mailer piece. I pulled off a little sticky strip. It was perforated, but then there was that is a trifold. It was a little challenge to find the lines, but they were actually there. But I wanted to support this a little bit more so that it wouldn't be all bendy in here. So this is one of those cut apart strips from the scrapbook paper pad. And so then we'll do something with that. And then on the other side, I took 2 coordinating papers from a pack and made a huge library pocket. So of course we'll need to get a big library card in there, but we'll get to that. So that's on that side, and so that supports that whole paper on that line there where it would have, it's right there where it would have been, floppy. All right, here's the other part of that scrapbook paper piece. I thought I'll just make that into a page. Here is a piece of scrapbook paper that I cut. Here, let's get a measurement. So from top to bottom, it's still, I think, 12 by 12. Yeah, because it's 6 inches across, but it is only, these are about 7 3/4 to 8 inches tall. So if they're not quite as tall as the pages, they're about 7 3/4. And I did sew around it, guys, but I did cut that angle first. And so I do have that little corner piece in my stash here. And then there's the back of that. All right, and then I took another scrapbook paper. Since this was non-directional, I just folded it up. I can't talk today. Folded it up So the easiest way to do this is to crease it at 6 inches this way. Determine how high you want your pocket to go. So open up the fold again like this, crease up this way, and then while the paper is still 12 by 12 and you have your crease parts, you're going to cut that little sliver out. I find that the easiest. And then I did sew down the edges right there. But that part's still up in there. Hope that made sense. There's coloring book page. All right, here's the music page. We haven't done anything with this other than I've folded it and stuck it in here. All right, this is the back of the, this is packaging from Simple Stories. I think it was the summer kit, and the back, had the idea, whatever. So I just covered it with some scrapbook paper and punched a hole. So we'll figure out what to do with that. Maybe we'll put a pocket on it or something. Story page. There's that craft paper. We need to do some things with it. All right, and I made a vellum pocket, and I sewed it, and I jammed my sewing machine the first time. So I had to go pull out a huge chunk of thread. Let's see if I can find it. And nope, can't find it. It's all right. It was huge. I had to get the tweezers out. And so I took a piece of scrapbook paper, and then I had a little bit of that trim left from that front page, and I just stapled it. So I call this a whole page pocket or a pocket page. If you're following along on the checklist, you don't have to, you can make different things. You don't have to make what's here. These are just suggestions in case you get stuck in a rut and you're like, what do I make? What do I make? So that's just a big journal card and a vellum pocket page. That's some ledger paper. All right, and then this is where he was on the quest to find Cinderella with a shoe. So I put that scrapbook paper there. And probably need to do something with a key maybe around here. I'll figure that out. There we go. And that's what I have so far. That's the inside of the back. So the back and the front look the same. I did around the corners. If you have this one, it was the smallest one for the little golden book corners. But that's where I'm at so far. I still have tags to make, more pockets, more pages to put in because I have a lot of room. And, I want to make this exciting. So, but that's where I'm at. I hope you're playing along at home. And I've seen Cinderella. I've seen Snow White. I've seen just Princess. I've seen a unicorn journal. And, but if you're not like Princess or Fairy Tale, one of the things is Disney. Like you can do Peter Pan. Like if you have these little golden books and you're like, what can I do? I mean, Peter Pan is a choice. Alice in Wonderland, So you may not be necessarily a Disney fan, but maybe you like some of the stories. So that's how you can get away with doing some of those stories that aren't necessarily princess or fairy tale. And so any combination of them. There's Little Mermaid. You can do Frozen if you want a winter theme. If you're kind of doing a winter Christmas. Just some ideas out there for you. So check out, I should have links for everybody that are playing along in my description below. I think Gwen the Trash Witch is doing one too. So anyways, I'm just going to keep talking. I appreciate you stopping by and checking out how far I've gotten. So come back for the next one, and we'll have gotten some more stuff added in there as well. Start filling some of these pockets. All right, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, bye-bye.